Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, we good.
1, 2, 1, 2.
It looked like we were not tracking for a second.
It did look like those levels did look kind of low. A little low. Just a little bit. Oh, you split up there.
Here I go.
That's crazy how it's moving so fast.
Oh, I just zoomed in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch.
And I zoom.
But yeah, we do seem kind of small here, but we'll make it work.
We back in this thing.
Yes, sir. Welcome, man. Happy to have you guys here. We are the Wholesome House Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of your hostess with the mostest. Wavy J, Wave Master J. Lil Canteen, man. Whatever you want to call me, man.
Little Canteen, man.
To the left of him, you got your boy Z Breeze in the building. ZL, the breeze in the window. You feel me?
And to the right of him, we got March, Mr. Might as well make it happen. I'll do that today.
And then the other one. Yeah, it's Benjamin Lane. I was just, as you guys were saying, I was like, I mean, it's kind of flipped. Like when they watch it, it's like to, you know, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
like,
that's what I was
yeah,
thinking
you know
when
what
I
I'm
said
saying?
it.
Like,
I was
I'm
like,
to the right of you, but like when they watch it, they're gonna be like, yeah, it's technically the left.
Perspective on that be
Hey,
throwing
man,
me off all the time.
perspective is important.
Facts.
That's like when what app is it? Is it Snapchat that like flips? There's like certain apps when you yeah they're like flip whatever, but then some stuff doesn't.
Yeah, then you be looking weird on one of them. You're like, this don't look like me. It's like, this is what I really look like.
Oh, I know what you mean now. I was
You know what?
confused.
I know you got this is I'm sorry. This
Nah,
was
hit it,
not
bro. If you got
intentional.
it, hit it.
This is not intentional, but this is gonna lead right into one of my topics. So
Bet.
we'll get to you in a second, of course. But
Finesse guy.
so one of my topics was literally because we're talking about like the perspective of just like your face or just saying something else. So I was just wondering, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer your mirror face or do you prefer your camera face? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like something different. Like, when you take a picture, I feel like it's different from when you look in the mirror.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
looking pretty good in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like I guess that's why I'm asking, because I think that seems to be, I don't want to say the trend, but I think that's like the most common situation where it's like you feel like you look good in the mirror like before you step out, but then when you take pictures and you look back, you're like, bro, what happened?
I think it's because is my levels good? Let me just make sure. Let me just sit up, man.
Whoa.
Wow.
But I'll say that I think like the mirror is like the most accurate representation that you can get of yourself. I feel. So then it's like
More
you can look
accurate
at
than a camera?
Yeah, like in the sense of like full body or the entirety of you.
Okay.
Like you can turn, you can look at yourself.
Yeah, that's
You know what
fair.
I'm saying? Where like in the photo or like on your camera and stuff like that, it's like one, you're at the mercy of the megapixels.
Indeed.
And
Yeah.
then, then you know, so that got you looking real out of there. And then like you can kind of pose in a mirror, like you know the face that you're making, you can adjust it. Where like
As you go, yeah, you could be like, oh no, this isn't. So you just, you
This ain't
tweak
the
the
good
jaw a
side.
little bit, or you're like, let me squint my eye a little bit more.
or put it. What old dude be doing?
Drake,
No, I ain't gonna say his name because it's gonna be funny.
Drake
he
be
wanted
doing
he wanted
double
a wholesome man, but he'd be like this.
oh yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about.
You know, there are different ways to make yourself look better. So
Okay. I think maybe one reason why people feel that way is because the way you look at yourself in the mirror is the same way every single time. You kind of see it, right?
what do you mean?
Like, you can take a picture at a couple different angles.
Yeah,
But like when you're looking in a mirror, like you're looking into you're only looking from like your face, I guess, like that
Okay.
level.
oh,
you're
I
used
get.
to, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
So
that's actually a
probably-
good point. You
and I
can't
feel-
like look down on yourself, but you can hold a
Exactly.
camera.
Exactly.
So you do
Fixed.
see like you can get like
that
a
was
weird
rough to
angle.
get out,
No,
but-
that makes a lot of sense actually.
And I feel like that idea of like, the more you see it, the more you'll probably like it too. Like
Okay.
you've only ever seen it at that level, and you're kind of only ever at that level because of where your eyes are in your head.
Yeah,
So I think that's probably why people are like, "Oh, I look great." Yeah, you see it all the time.
yeah.
And then from a camera, be like, "Why do I look like?" So I think maybe that's it. I don't know. I've never thought about that before, honestly.
I'm pretty sure scientifically they say that we think we're more attractive. Like, aren't we supposed to? I don't know if anyone else has heard this
I've
before.
heard this before.
But like you see
You look
yourself
better.
as more attractive than like the rest of the world.
Yeah, and that's even I think more so not necessarily just like it's unintentional bias because like
Is that it, or is you don't think it's like a sciencey thing where it's like the actual reflections or just like something within your eyes? You think it's just a bias thing? Like you want to look better so that you end up like kind of believing that you look better. It's
Something
that
going
kind of
on in
thing.
your brain that's
Oh.
got you thinking like, yeah, man, like
Hot dog, I look good.
I'm looking my best when I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
That's a little disheartening,
low key, just like that.
You know what I'm curious about too in that case is that like when it comes to someone that is attractive, like to everyone else, like how do they feel they look? And also like, like I think that brings up like the whole rating and like
Narcissism.
yeah, absolutely. But like creating leagues when it comes to like dating and stuff and saying like, okay, this person's out of their league or that person's out of their league. It's just like, how can all of these leagues even exist if we all think we're a little bit more attractive than what we really are?
The scale just inflated, kind of like the To Be Honest a race when everybody who ugly really getting a 6.
Well,
Oof.
So everyone that's ugly should be
using
getting
that.
lower?
No, I'm just saying like me personally, if I'm giving out a rate, I would never give lower than a 6. So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's all a lie. So
You saying like the leagues are a lie or like the rating is a lie?
like the leagues are all inflated or just like based in our perception, which is overly inflated.
oh, because you're saying nobody would
Because no
really
one's
be
gonna
like,
give you
you're
a 4.
one.
Nobody would tell somebody that they're a 3 to their face.
Right. Okay.
So it's like that's
Somebody
all.
might. None of
It's
us,
some,
I'm sure.
it's some bold people, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. People will hurt people's feelings.
I can't ever imagine, saying anything below like
5 if you
five.
crazy.
5 is pushing it. Like if you,
I'm gonna break the
I said, yeah, 5 still gonna hurt somebody's feelings. I feel like they still gonna be like,
because that's still F for sure. But
I'm saying that's 50%, bro.
dang, yeah, I don't know. That's just one of the things I was thinking about because I know a lot of people say like they feel like they're not photogenic. Or they feel like they may be more videogenic than they are photogenic or whatever the case is.
I've heard that.
And then I was just thinking, I was just like, wow, like we never actually see ourselves regardless. Like,
right.
a mirror is the closest thing we get. But even then, the mirror tends to look better than the picture. And so it's like, what is the truth?
Right.
Same thing with our voices, like how I'm like, I want to know what your voice sounds like to you. Because I know what my voice sounds like
I be
to
thinking
me.
I sound so different because when I started recording music, bruh, like I used to hate to hear my vocals back. Like just my raw vocals, no like editing, no nothing.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I just
Like, who is this guy?
exactly. But after a while, I think kind of like with the pictures, like once you've done it so many times, like you just kind of get more
Yeah.
accustomed to it and kind of like grow into it.
You just
But-
kind of understand, like, okay,
Yeah.
you just know, like, yep, that's me. But then this is also me when I'm
Yeah.
hearing myself. And so, yeah, that
I
makes a lot
definitely
of
think I
sense.
sound different in my head than like how I sound like when I'm like
How do
hearing
you,
myself.
what's the difference? Like, are you lower in your head or are you?
A little higher, low key, I think.
Okay.
Than I think like it actually is.
Yeah, I think my voice is like super high pitched, but I also talk super fast. So then for you to say during our first recording session, like, yeah, Zach's voice is kind of deep. I'm like, deep. Sean King's voice is deep. Matt Miller's
Right.
voice is deep. Zach's voice isn't deep. But then it's like now that I like will watch our episodes back and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I did get kind of.
Hey, Sean do got a deep voice, bro. First time I met him during court when he introduced himself, "How you doing, fellas? My name's Sean King." I was like, no way you sound like this, bro.
Can't be.
To this day, bro. I'll never forget that.
So I'm going to cut it out.
I was like, come on.
Who are you trying to impress here?
Right.
I get that. Anyway, yeah, that was just something quick that it felt right. So I know, Troy, you were supposed to get the first
I
topic.
mean, well,
so.
since we're speaking of photos, how did your weekend go with photos?
Well, how many with the wedding?
Yeah.
It was good. I was doing video and it was fun. So it was an outdoor ceremony, so it was super duper hot. But it went really smoothly. They were really impressed, and the drive was pretty cool. Shout out
Where to?
Mike. It was in Ohio. It was like right outside of Cleveland. let me hop in real quick.
Okay, go crazy.
I didn't know Cleveland was as ghetto as it is.
Oh, yeah,
Cleveland. I was like, hey, yo, and like you always know that
like
every
Cincinnati too.
every area has like its pockets, or every area is like whatever.
Yeah.
But I was scared. Like I was like when we stopped for gas at the end of the day, like we were like, all right, let's go get gas and then hit the road. Whatever gas station we was at, I was fearing for my life. I was like, hey. So the thing is, I was just talking. When you're in that. There's a way that you handle those situations, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're there and like people are just like staring at you, there's an art to it.
Yeah.
There's like a little finesse
cool.
where it's like, yeah, you gotta be smooth, and you gotta like, you can't do too much because you can't like you
can't make
you gotta act like
you
know
you've been there. Like you gotta but you can't be like, so someone's like staring at you, whatever. You hold it for like 3-4 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't look back.
Then you look away, and it's not like you don't quick look away. You just like you look, you make the eye contact, and then you just look away and then keep walking straight or whatever. Like there's a little art to it, because if you hold that stare a little too long, now it's a challenge. Now it's a challenge. It's like, yo, what's the problem? What's the issue? And now it's an actual issue because they think it's an issue. And so, but then at the same time, you can't do 2 seconds, because then it's like, oh, he's scared. Like,
right.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, this is a lick right now. Like, I could. Yeah. So it was one of them situations where we was just at the gas station. It was just a whole lot of people just sitting out there. The gas station had the glass or whatever. And the thing is, we were dehydrated, like thirsty. And it was like, we were like, man, when we get to this gas station, I'm about to get like the biggest Gatorade and the waters and blah, blah. We pull up. I'm like, what? Maybe I'm not going to go in.
I'm not thirsty.
just give me something, bro. I'll cash app you. Just cash app you, bro.
Exactly. It's just like, hey, I'll send it to you. We got a long drive. But
get out the car.
Yeah. I'm kidding. That's an exaggeration. We all definitely did get out. Okay. And, but the thing had the whole glass pane windows and stuff. I was like, and then of course as I'm walking in, there's somebody on an ATV and a motorbike or whatever. They're doing wheelies. I'm just, bro, and it's just dark. It's no street lights. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
That's
the only light
energy.
is coming from like the gas station lights. I'm like, bro, this is how y'all getting down outside of Cleveland, huh?
Oof. You was listening. Hey man, heard that Kid Cudi. You ain't think he was
bro,
like this,
bro. I'm like, aren't y'all just supposed to be chilling? Like,
aren't you on the pursuit of happiness?
And it was cool too, because I got a homie that's from the area, like from Ohio, and when I posted like a picture of the wedding or something with the like location thing.
Okay.
And so she was just like, oh, like what, like where you at, whatever. And I was just like, like I had a wedding, but you ain't telling me like it was like this out here.
You ain't worried.
She talking about, I figured it was implied. I was like, no, you didn't tell me. Right. You didn't tell me it was like this out here.
Something you could.
And she was like, where were you at? Like she was like surprised. I told her, I was like, no, I was like fearing for my life. Obviously being dramatic or whatever, but I told her, I was like, I think the city was like this. She was like, oh, that's so and so, like that's this area. Yeah, you was in the hood. I was like, thank you. So like, I'm not being crazy here, because I was like, okay. So yeah, nah. But yeah, it was good. It was a good wedding. I really like weddings. I don't know if you want to pick that up, because I remember last episode when I brought up vows and stuff, you wanted to talk about that later at some point.
You in a vows kind of mood, bro?
I don't know if you want to. Yeah, I could take you there. I don't know if you want to take it there.
I ain't trying to take them there right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. Going to being at weddings it's nice. Even like when it's a stranger or whatever. The guy sang, like he sang during the vows. He was like, it was an original. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot right now, but I will admit too, this is a little tangent, bro. When he got to singing. He could sing, okay, but for some reason, I wanted to laugh. Like it's when you're just in those situations where you're just like, I shouldn't laugh right now, bro. And just that thought is like, it makes you want to laugh even more. I was sitting there behind the camera. I'm like holding and our cameras are in front of the audience, so I'm standing in front of like the whole family. It's like they're getting married here. We're like right here. in front of everybody, and then the whole family's like behind us. So I'm sitting there just like holding my hands behind my back. I'm like squeezing my hands, trying not to laugh. Because
Don't break.
The problem was he took like 10, because he was trying to get like mentally ready to sing or whatever, and he kept like, and he was trying to get his best man to make a beat and all this kind of stuff. I was like, yo,
DJ D-Ray dropped.
I was like, this is just so like, it felt like a movie. I was just like, bro, this is it's beautiful, but also this is just goofy.
Something
Like,
similar happened at my Uncle Tony's.
oh, I remember you said that
Yeah,
like a
where
few episodes ago.
Yeah, he was dancing. There was a guy that was dancing with a picture of my uncle and his wife. He was doing like an interpretive dance, and man, me and my dad were trying so hard not to laugh, bro. I totally felt that, bro.
Yeah.
My mom was so heated, but I was like, I mean, are you not seeing what's going on right here?
You're like, do you
But
not
you're not
understand the
seeing-
circumstances?
I mean,
we
spinning
in?
around with the picture.
It's like, this is blatantly funny.
This is
like this
crazy.
isn't just me.
Comedy gold.
This is right. This is silly.
I'm like, what is he interpreting? Is what I'm trying to. Is what I was trying
Dang,
to
what is
figure
he
out.
interpreting?
What is he interpreting?
Talk about what is the conversation here. I'm not picking up on the
not
language here. I
understanding.
don't get it.
There's some type of barrier of communication.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my experience doing the wedding in Ohio. It was fun.
Glad you had a good time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully. Wow.
but that's all yours now.
Yeah, so welcome back to the wholesome house. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm trying to think, how do I want to preference this to you guys? Because there are so many details, some of which some of you know, but not all of you know. So
And if you know, you know.
I'm saying, and this is not a story time because it's not very, it won't be as good as Zach's story. But essentially, sometime last week, most of the guys already know, there was a fire in my neighborhood. And I mean a big, big fire. And essentially, I guess I'll just share some details of it. We don't still quite know. Oh no, I'll say first, everybody that I know of is okay, involved in the fire. That's the first thing I want to say. Sorry,
Thank
I'm
goodness.
being selfish. I'm talking about the question. Jeez, very unwholesome of you, man. But
Stupid.
but yeah, everybody in it was good. The whole unit though is ironically toast. It's kaput.
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom. But essentially, like, I want to say maybe Sunday or Monday it was. I finally had a chance to talk to all of my neighbors because nothing brings the neighborhood together like
a good old fire.
good old
tragedy.
Jeez,
Y'all finna go get brunch together now,
listen, we might talk like, hey, bro, anytime you want to, come over,
huh? Golf.
go ahead.
Top golf
yeah.
up the street, like.
Exactly. we best friends and stuff.
It's
Like,
gonna
yeah,
become
just
one
come
of
on the
those-
show, bro.
It's gonna be one of those things y'all always bringing up. Hey, remember that fire?
Introducing
That's the only thing that
I
connects
think
us.
y'all connects y'all, bro.
somebody gonna move out. You see them in the grocery store like 2 years from now.
Man, bro,
That-
you remember
that fire was crazy.
You're like, bro,
Yes.
we're not talking about the fire no more. I got kids now.
2 years,
But-
pause.
I'm saying, but we were all talking and everything, and come to find out, so where the fire originated, let's just say
Salmon.
Huh?
Salmon.
Salmon. What do you mean salmon?
You remember the
Derek.
story of Hamlin when it almost got burned down
Uh-huh.
because of some fish?
Man.
Hey, y'all just reminded me of a deep memory.
Oh
bro.
my god.
That's a deep
bro.
cut.
All the times we would just have to leave the entire building, bro. 'cause
Y'all
of the-
stay having to go outside.
Oh my
bro.
gosh, I'll never forget that. And especially knowing some of the people that cause it sometimes too.
I know you just
Everybody just looking at him, just mad.
Burning
bro.
popcorn.
you got a thing for fire. You always seem to be around it, Troy.
Hey, listen. I can neither confirm nor deny that, honestly. I haven't thought about it really until now. But anyway, come to find out, in the house where the fire has started, there's an elderly woman that lives there, and she also,
She fell and she couldn't get up.
no, she supposedly has dementia. I've never seen this woman a day
Why
in my life.
you don't believe her? What you
I
mean
haven't talked to her.
supposedly?
I've still never seen her. I've never talked to her. But that's what
Allegedly,
That's what everyone
she
is telling me.
allegedly has
That's what everyone
dementia.
is telling me.
Or
I
so that's what
swear.
she's trying to convince everybody of. You're a criminal.
All right. Maybe I'll just say she has dementia. All right? I'll
Evil
just say.
mastermind. Bro.
But apparently that's where the fire started.
Wink,
And
wink.
Everybody knows that she has dementia. I had never seen this woman before a day in my life. I never heard about this woman a day in my life before everything had happened. And there's also, I'm trying not to say names too.
They're like, yeah, that's Dementia Danielle.
Listen, that's how they was talking about it too. Because
Dang.
one person specifically ends up kicking in the door
Oh, wow.
to make sure she's
Damn,
good.
okay, wait. Sorry to
Type
cut in.
deal.
I've always wanted to kick in a door. I don't know what. I don't know what context I'm gonna ever need to kick in a door, and it's probably not a good one. So obviously, like, I don't necessarily want to. But if anyone has a door that is like willing to
That needs
just
to be
like
kicked.
donate,
Sacrifice it.
That door
yeah,
needs
if
to
you're
be
willing to
kicked.
just like sacrifice the health of your door to give me a couple, tries. If I don't get it done in 3 tries, I promise I'll leave you alone. But I would love to kick in a door.
The
But continue.
person that kicked it in was also pregnant and is still pregnant. So
Oh.
and she was like, it kind of went in kind of easy too. So I was like,
She
it
did.
may not be as
Boom.
hard as it may seem, but also
What?
she probably had that, that inner
motherly-
strength.
that motherly
You feel me?
strength.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
Because
what?
the reason why she went in the building was because said person with dementia was like, my babies are in there, but they weren't babies. It was just like dolls.
Oh my
basically.
gosh.
Yeah, but she
I
kicked it
would've-
in. Boom. Where they at? They not there. So that's a side story. The question though, because as we're all talking about, so and so kicking in the door, the fire, and all this, whatever, like right in front of this building that is just mangled at this point. We were like, yeah, what if like some things went up in flames? Because throughout the fire happened on like Thursday, and we talked about it on Monday. And throughout like that time, people would leave things out, like, hey, if you need it, whatever. But also you see people moving stuff out and whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So my question today is, outside of living things and the things that you're supposed to get out of a fire, what is something that if you could and make it out of said fire safely, what is something that you would get, or like something that you would want to grab that may mean a lot to you, like in your home? If anything, because I know that it may have been one I should have probably told y'all before,
No, you good.
but
It ain't that hard. I know that it wouldn't be anything materialistic if I have to go back, because you can always get more material. I lost
Right.
my pinky ring and it really hurt, but it's just a pinky ring. Like,
Right.
I can always get
It was a
another one.
nice ring, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, boy. I was watching on the last episode. I'm like, man, that boy fire. I can't. It was a one of one. I can't get it back.
He was talking about it last time we was kicking it, and I know it meant a lot to you, bro.
Man. But the only thing that I can think of in my apartment right now that means more to me than that ring is the briefcase that I got. Like I said, I keep all my
The
stuff in it.
report cards and stuff that you
okay.
you forgot them.
No, I did it. I just don't have it with me right now at this very second. It's in my bag.
Your report
We'll get to that
cards?
later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The report
yeah.
card that says pleasure to have in class,
Yeah.
disruptive, talkative, etc.
Oh,
Because
wow.
he was talking about that. I
Yeah.
had grabbed it out of my briefcase. But in that briefcase, I got like all my childhood report cards, class schedules, awards, birth certificate. Like it's like a photo album, but it's just thrown into the briefcase. I haven't like actually like set it aside yet.
Right.
But yeah, all of that stuff. Like I kick down the door, do a couple dives for that for sure.
Okay. And I like the question is like, it's not like a life or threatening kind of situation. It's just, something you would want to retrieve,
Yeah, that's coming first for sure.
Yeah.
I like the danger.
Oh, you want the stakes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's get these stakes high.
Then instead for you have to fight
It's a mission impossible.
Exactly.
a Demogorgon to get your stuff. What's worth fighting a Demogorgon? In a
From
burning
Call of Duty?
building? Nah, from
From
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
It is-
What is it called? Is it what that's similar to a demigod, like zombies?
Yeah, the zombies. It was like this big ass 3-headed monster that you had to like shoot in the face to kill. I thought he was talking about one of them. I don't know
with
when
that too.
When them come
You
up.
gotta fight both.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a tall order, bro.
Yeah, right. You still getting that briefcase?
I got a gun.
I'll give you one, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie
What
to
kind of
you.
gun? Is it semi-auto?
Nah, it's
I
gonna
give
be
you a
little-
45.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a
You
little.
need that trigger
Pew
finger.
pew. little,
Yeah.
little
The
sound.
briefcase they can have. The briefcase. I'll make more memories in the future.
Wow.
I'm just saying, bro. Demogorgon, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Something that's
That
not
might
in
have
this
been
world.
that might have been too far because there's probably nothing in
And
my house. that I'm-
the VS
worth
gun
that,
too. If you would have gave me a Uzi, I would have went in
Here we
there.
go. I got one. All right. You have to fight a firefighter.
Easy.
There you go.
Whoa.
Hey,
You could just take a firefighter like that.
Most definitely.
Talking about that's a human.
All they do it, bro. All they be doing, bro, is be turning on their sirens.
Hold on. Hey, easy.
Listen, I want to right now shout out the firefighters that took
Shout out the firefighters
took down that fire. With his go.
He said, "Hey, that was light work."
Save
Brother.
the
I
community.
could have did
They
that.
talking about you give me the suit. I could do that.
Even the suit alone is real
bro.
heavy, bro.
Sound like
I'm
Captain
saying.
America.
All that equipment.
Take the suit off.
But
What are you?
those are the stakes.
I think I can beat up a gorilla. 10 of me could beat up a gorilla.
Yeah,
I
you
think
already tripping.
one of me
already tripping,
punishing
bro.
a firefighter, bro.
Punishing?
No questions asked, bro. I'm the fire you can't beat.
That firefighter is grabbing that axe they used to break. That firefighter is grabbing that axe they used to break down the door, and he just.
Oh my gosh.
All I say,
They ain't
he
trained
better
you for
not
this
miss.
smoke.
He better not miss. That's his last swing of that axe.
I'm saying, bro. All firefighters, a lot of firefighters, they just lifting weights when they not on call. Bro.
No, they not, bro. That's what
Nah, they
that's
be
what I'm
chilling
saying.
in the
They be-
station, bro.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
be
I know a
chilling.
lot of firefighters with beer bellies.
True.
So I'm saying, if you're telling me what is, the average firefighter, he not messing with me.
Nah, bro. I'm
The
talking,
average firefighter.
I'm talking
I'm talking
above
about that.
average.
I'm talking
He-
about-
he
We
don't
talking
use the
employee of
hose.
the month.
He puts out the fire with his
firefighter.
fist.
Yeah. We're not talking about my mans who just trying to get a paycheck, bro.
Nah, we talking about the career.
talking
firefighter.
If y'all want to hear
got
me say I'm gonna
medals.
lose, bro, okay, bro. Then he can beat me up, bro.
Level 50 firefighter, bro.
Hey, bro.
Said they're gonna need about 3 of them.
So those are the stakes.
Unless he an ex-athlete, bro, I'm punishing.
No,
him.
I'm for sure about to fight a firefighter too. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
What are you getting
bro.
though? What's the question?
Why is he
Like,
fighting?
I just want to
Bro,
fight him.
I was gonna say I might
Why
just
he
do it for the
fighting me, bro? I'm
challenge,
trying
Oh
to get
my
this.
God.
I just want his hat.
just to see if I could do it. For
I just
real.
want his hat.
Come on.
just so he knows that I conquered him.
Why is he trying to scrap me, bro? I'm just trying to get my
No,
stuff.
they try to scrap him. I feel like
I
at
think
this
the-
point.
Yeah, now they just jumping in, bro.
I think something about the
They gonna forget
chaotic
about the
energy
thing, bro.
of a
They don't
fire.
care about the fire, bro.
It's
Talking
like-
about the fun, the object. They
You know
just-
when it's super hot outside and like everyone just gets violent? A whole fire, something's
way.
burning down. That chaotic energy is definitely gonna spread into my bones. That's what I'm saying.
let him not successfully put out that fire. Mimi ain't been in the back.
Exactly.
Man.
Look,
man,
all you had to do was blow it out, bro.
bro.
I ain't gonna lie
Fold
to
it.
you.
And you fold it off of this little bitty fire.
I ain't gonna lie to you because they was fighting that fire for about 2 hours, and I was like, I don't know nothing about fighting fires, but dang, I feel like this fire been fighting
5-10
for
minutes,
a
bro.
hot
Bro,
minute.
5-10 minutes,
5-10
bro. I be
minutes,
fanning
you'll
the
be good.
thing when Matt be burning something. I be in there.
Damn, why you feel mad out there like that?
He don't never be burning something, bro. He just
Overcooks.
no. We just got some very cheap pots. We just got some very cheap pots, bro. And them boys be getting cooked by the eye, bro.
Oh my god!
We be
Turn
getting-
it
You gotta turn
down.
it down, bro. You gotta turn it down, bro.
Hey,
Job,
turning
bro.
it down and saving them Family Dollar pots. I ain't going.
Job, bro. Is there anything in the wholesome house that's worth running into a burning building for, bro? I'm gonna just
mean-
redirection that way.
This pretty fire.
My first thought was kind of like obviously maybe some of the like paperwork stuff like for the place, you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like a little bit of that, like
That's
in a more
mature,
in
yeah.
a more practical sense, but
Such a good guy, man.
I appreciate it.
No,
bro.
y'all just want to beat up firemen.
I don't want to beat up nobody for it. If he scrapping, I'm like, you just got it, bro. Like, why are you fighting me for this picture?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
I got
me.
it. Exactly.
It's a picture of me.
But I'm gonna say right now,
Yeah, if anything, bro. It ain't got to be something.
you know what? I'd say my in my extra room, my grandfather's obituary that I have that has like some like nice pictures of us like when I was younger too.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. I think.
That's very similar to my answer, low key. I have like a pair of my my grandpa's shoes. They're like these blue leather like alligator shoes, like
Gators.
yeah, some good pastor shoes. Yeah, I just kept. That's something I probably
lemon
would,
pepper steppers.
listen, and like that's something I'm like I would definitely hate to watch that go up in flames or really just come back and it's just like no longer. I'd be like, man. So that's probably one thing I probably would go for. But yeah, I didn't realize y'all had.
They
y'all
chose
even feel
vendettas
this more.
They said fight or flight. They fighting ferociously, bro.
I am the flame, boy.
I just don't. I don't know. I
Ben
don't
gonna have
have.
something in his head. He gonna be like, you know what? He gonna, you know what? Forget that, bro.
I just don't. I don't have a lot of like items that I hold that much value to personally.
Yeah.
There are some stuff that like sure that I'm like, this is something that can't be replaced, or this is something that has certain sentimental value. But I think I personally just don't like have that much connection or attachment to like the objects, even despite the sentimental value. I appreciate the fact that I do have that. Like I do have stuff from my grandfathers and stuff from just like other, old times and memories and blah, blah, blah. But realistically, like I think just the fact that anything's on fire, I'm going to be already very depressed and sad and hurt. And so like one thing being lost versus another thing is not going to be like too crazy. I would say one of the things that I would probably be a little bit more hurt by that is in my apartment. And I guess that's another thing. A lot of my stuff is still at my parents.
Yeah,
just because I just like
Okay.
I'm just leave it here. It's like I don't have space just to have like yearbooks and stuff here. So like here, it's just still there. But one thing that I do have that I would be pretty sad about is I have all of my I have my Acropause big sheets of paper. Remember at the end we would write like those big notes. Yeah, so I have 2 of those from the 2 years I was a part of the
still
troop.
sick, Murphy.
Yeah,
Ate a little corner of mine, bro.
So I have those, and then at the end of orientation summer we did warm and fuzzies, and so everybody on the team would write something about everybody. And then I also have
I think I would want my keeper plaque. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I have basically I have a box that has pretty much like a lot of like pieces of paper that are very like personalized.
Yeah.
That I would be pretty sad about, but that's what I'm saying. Like if all that got burned, I'd be like, okay, it's gone. Like I'd be like, dang,
right?
But it doesn't take away from like those experiences. And
that's what I'm saying. Like I have
those.
the memories, I have the connections, and so like just because I had those experiences, and I still know that like I had that connection to those people, that impact to those people or whatever, still have some of those relationships and things like that. I feel like I'd be okay, but. Yeah, so that's kind of why I ended up diverting the question a little bit and just hopping on the fighting the firefighter. Just because, I don't know. I personally, if the stakes weren't that high, I will say I would grab my cameras. But that's not even on like, I'm so passionate about blah blah blah. I'm just like, no, this is a way for me to get money. So like,
absolutely,
I'm
check,
like, this is not something I want to have to buy again. So
it ain't that deep.
Like, yeah,
we can begin again. Right?
Yeah.
And I probably needed a new one anyway, low key.
Hey, I've been trying to upgrade.
And that's what some of the people were saying. We were talking. When they were talking about kicking the door, she was like, "Oh, I was just waiting to move." I'm like, "Ma'am, yo."
Talking about, nah, I'm out that lease, baby.
Right? I'm like, come on, bro. What?
Talking about who?
Right.
Like what?
But yeah, that's it's been kind of crazy, low key. Because then I already told y'all about Brody too. Getting jumped. Maybe my neighborhood is just not a wholesome.
Yeah,
that's what I'm starting to think.
Feel like it's a lot of just violence and
maybe you put jumping a firefighter in our head because you were talking about fires and jumping people before we started.
Well, he wasn't talking about jumping people. Let's clear that up.
You were mentioning. You were mentioning
somebody else.
Someone getting jumped.
Yeah. Indeed.
And I was just like, it's really possible now.
Hey,
it could be.
What does it smell like? That.
Huh?
What does it smell like?
It smelled. Oh man! Speaking of what it smelled like, this is another side story.
Volcanic
Someone's entire we have back patios, and this bridge is like a giant slab of concrete, entirely black.
Dang.
Yeah, like it was that fire was burning.
Well done
for a hot. That's not funny. It was burning for a long time, and how I realized what was going on was I had just lit a candle, but it was like right next to me. But I smelled like fire, boy, and I'm like, ain't no way. I'm running around the house. I'm like, nothing's on fire. I look outside. I'm like, oh, this is different, bro. I'm saying because what I really noticed was the police like knocking on people's door. Hey, get out of here! Get out! You gotta move your car. Some dude's car, the whole back of his car melted.
Oh, what?
Yes, bro. That fire was firing. That fire was serious, bro.
Might be the one time that car insurance come in handy.
On God.
Hopefully he ain't got that lowest PIPP, whatever it's called, PIP. That's what I got. So my car would have been done for. I'm walking to work.
They gonna look at you like, oh,
Right.
Sorry.
No,
Some of the best we can do is pay for a new Uber for you or something, bro.
To get home.
To get back
like,
to
bro,
the crib.
It's hot driving in that car, huh? Whole back wheel melted.
Yeah, right.
Come on, bro.
You thought it was hot touching the seatbelt, bro. When it's hot in the car, bro, that
Leather
thing was
seats.
probably bro.
that's wild.
Indeed.
Well, I'm gonna finesse this boy. I ain't gonna lie. I had two other topics that I really wanted to talk about, but you started talking about fires. It just had this come up because I had a conversation with somebody about this yesterday. How y'all get y'all steak done?
Medium.
Steak?
I get medium. I used to get medium
medium.
well, but I'm more medium now.
I'm not a big steak fan, truthfully.
I'm not either, but when you do get it, what do you say?
I think we've talked about this before, too. Low key.
Zach mentioned that he don't really get steaks for real.
Yeah.
But when you do order it, what do you say?
Probably medium. Whatever is probably the right answer. I don't know. Whatever.
What do you
Whatever the right answer is.
What do
bro.
you say, Troy?
Like, I be
Whatever
saying
it is.
mid well for my burgers, so I feel like I probably will say
Please
that.
don't judge me.
Listen, I'll be like, just cook it. Cook it, man.
Because I'm saying literally like
He talking about I don't know good. You wanna cook?
But actually, because I've asked this question to a couple of people in my life, I couldn't just think of how I wanted to phrase, so I just said that. And they'll be like, "Oh, I want it burnt. I want a hockey puck." I'm like, "Why do you even want that?"
that's where
I've
I was
heard people
headed.
say that about hamburgers. Like they'll be like,
Heck
I only
no.
get
Glizzy's
hamburgers
for sure.
done well done.
Oh yeah,
That's
The little
cancer.
burnt, yeah.
Little burnt glizzy.
Not
And
gonna
I-
be good.
And I
You eating
understand that.
carcinogens right now.
It's just something about
There's
those.
no nutritional value from that, bro.
You're eating char.
If anything, you're doing more harm than good.
Oh, just eat the charcoal.
He said, "Just got that. Got that."
Got that.
I don't blame
That
you
wood
though.
grilled taste.
But at the same time, I've also been around people that when ordering steaks, they'll be like, "Yeah, I want it
Bloody.
yes or close to rare," and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't
guess
doing that.
I know. I feel like I'm sitting next to a vampire, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got somebody else sit here. Let's change it up real quick. Cause
Oh.
I'm like, heck, no, bro.
On me. I was asking that question because like people would talk about how Brock has said this to me specifically. Talking
Shout
about
out
like
Brock.
Shout out Brock.
that medium, is it medium well or medium rare?
Which side are you going?
I think he's
He's probably a medium rare.
you know? But
Yeah.
all like the consensus, like honestly, for me, steak was like a class thing. Like if you eating steak regularly, it's like, oh, you kind of going crazy. Like you can afford steak all the time. So
Right.
it's like me as a non-steak consumer, I don't know anything about it. So obviously I'm not going to have the classiest of answers. So whenever I'm saying well done, because all I know is
Well
burnt
done.
food
Yeah.
my whole life, of course I'm going to say well done. And then as I've gotten older and I've learned about the culture of eating steak, now I've been going down the ladder and I've been like, oh, let me get a medium well. Medium on a crazy day if I'm being real
You
adventurous.
feeling risky.
But some people will be like, you know, I want it medium rare
Medium rare.
because it melts in your mouth and it's
Yeah,
just the
medium
best thing
rare is
you'll
supposed to
ever
be like
taste. And
the way you cook. You know, like if you go on like a cooking show or whatever, the expectation is straight medium rare.
As long as they don't leave the face on it.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna
that's
say.
why I like medium because it's not like too bloody, but like medium well sometimes can be a little too dry. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Depends
That
on where
medium-
you get it.
Worse,
So
bro.
medium's
You
like
get
a
that
good.
good
It's a
chew.
good. Yeah,
But it's not like crazy tough. It's
exactly.
juicy and yeah.
when I think of meat, I think of it's not supposed to be fragile, you know? It's not supposed to be, you know, limp or fragile, you know? It's supposed to be it's supposed to have a little bit of sturdiness to it. So exactly, you feel me? So
Yeah, I'm
everybody-
with you.
Everybody be like, I want it to melt in my mouth. I'm like, I don't like my meat melting in my mouth. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I'm eating some meat,
How do we always get here?
cause bro,
I always
my
go back
God.
to the glicks and go back
We
to the meat,
we gotta
bro.
stay away from these topics, man.
bro,
The
listen,
meat
bro.
I don't want. Bro,
I'm gonna eat it. Ah.
So many people are about to be so tired of us after this episode.
Hey man, we just getting started, bro.
Bro, well, I'm saying like people say like it melt in their mouth. Like, do you want your meat to melt in your mouth? Like, be real with me. Like, I don't want my meat to taste like a Starbucks.
I'll be
Literally.
real with you, bro.
I don't know what that
Like,
means.
I never
when
really
it-
thought about it like
I don't know what that means. You
What-
know,
what
'cause I've
texture?
never actually had medium rare. Like,
What
I've
texture
never-
would you imagine is the best for your meal?
I like
best-
medium for steak.
Yes,
Easily.
I need mine a little chewy.
I know the worst is tough. So low key, that might be the best. If it's a really good cut, and I ain't gotta, freaking, I don't know what's the best way I can put this. Like it's not turning into gum after me chewing it for however long, because I'm just trying like, all right, let's break it down,
Yeah.
whatever. Like if it's just already all right, one bite, I'm through it, man. You might have me.
So you prefer Starburst texture?
If it's not unless it's like rare and bloody, low key. So I don't know.
Just the texture.
Just the texture.
Would a Starburst be sufficient?
Nah.
Starburst is kind of tough and
So
chewy.
they can be.
I'm saying I be biting my lips eating Starburst. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It'd be so juicy, huh?
Man, I be going crazy.
Starburst still be fire.
Oh, yo. But I don't know. Maybe more like fresh cake. You know how that feels when you eat it.
Yeah.
Like it's warm. You can
Like a
get
pound
through it.
cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe like that. I feel like
Supple.
that's kind of close to how I would like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, steak. I'm probably thinking like a medium. Like I think with a hamburger, it's not as like that. Like I could do like a medium well or even more like well done. I think with a burger and even like a hot dog. But steak, I think I don't know. Like that's gotta be like kind of soft, but not like super soft and like bloody. Where it's just like I feel like I'm just biting a cow fresh off the farm.
Give me an example of a similar texture to what you would think is ideal.
Play-Doh.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't never ate no Play-Doh.
You
I
ain't
ain't
never
gonna lie.
sunk your teeth in some Play-Doh?
I know a lot of people who have. I am not one of those kids. You was eating paste too?
Nah, I never ate
Never ate no paste?
Nah.
I ain't ate no paste.
I used to, like, you're talking about just like regular glue too. The thing I used to do with like Elmer's glue is I would just put it on my hands and just
Peel
You know,
it.
Yeah,
I
do
did.
that.
I wasted so many containers of glue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, bro.
you be like, dang, it's empty.
Go show your friends, bro, I'm peeling.
Yeah,
Nah, bro, you just making a mess.
but yeah,
I agree with
nobody
Troy.
ate
Something
no
like
Play-Doh?
a cake or some like a cupcake or something. Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
super like
You want that melt in your mouth, bro? Go ahead and get that medium rare. Bro.
Come on,
I
bro.
get it, bro. Because the cupcakes, I like be melting in my
I'll be
mouth.
hard pressed, bro. I don't know.
This is
I would have
what's
to try
melted in
someone
your
else's.
mouth, bro.
someone else's that's medium rare.
Yeah, I'm just saying I gotta
That's
buy
a
it.
good
And I don't
point
even
too.
like it.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
kind of a risk sometimes.
Salmonella or cancer?
Huh? Oh, because the one end of the spectrum.
Literally, yeah. I guess salmonella is the
I was gonna
wiser
say
choice.
salmonella.
It's more beatable.
If I have to choose one or the other, I'm definitely taking salmonella.
Or that or cancer. I'm
No
definitely
more
taking
well done
salmonella.
food.
Yeah,
I'm still eating my well done glizzy, so I ain't gonna lie.
that's the only thing I really care to be to that
To
extent. Like intentionally burn.
Got that crunch on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do like a little bit of burnt on my mac and cheese sometimes though in the corners.
That be hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
This man is spitting.
you spin right now.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect segue for John.
No cap. That is, man. We're getting close to the 4th.
Indeed.
Lots of cookouts, a lot of family gatherings. I wish I knew what podcast it was from. I saw a tweet the other day, and it was a lady saying, I really wish there were more topics like these on podcasts, and these guys kind of like in a similar format to us were talking about
Not as good though.
Yeah,
of course not.
I mean, come on,
And
man.
actually, can I take a second here?
Yeah.
Low key, because of how good we are, or really because of how good I want to say my friends are on this podcast, do me a favor. Hit that like, leave us a comment, and maybe even subscribe. You feel me? I want to say we about midway in the show. You know what I'm saying? Just show us some love. You know what I'm saying? If we doing a good job. And if we're not doing a good job, write us a review, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
tell
just
your
go
friends
ahead.
about us too, man.
Absolutely.
You know, if you love the content, you know what I'm saying. You probably got
Like-minded
like-minded friends. You know
individuals.
what I'm
Yup.
saying. They gonna
Yup.
lother it too.
They just as smart as you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or, ma'am. whoever. You feel
As
me?
long as you wholesome, you good.
As long as you're
Exactly.
awesome, you good with us.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you're good.
And if you're not, we got an episode coming for you. Continue.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. Hey, especially for you. They were talking about different cookout like traditions, kind of like how if your family, like if the kids are getting some food, it's just hamburgers and hot dogs. The adults are probably getting
Chicken.
they're getting chicken, they're getting ribs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe steak if they fancy like that. I ain't
Bratwurst.
Yeah, bratwurst.
Man,
The hot sausages.
hot sausages go crazy.
Those go crazy. So or even too, like what kind of drinks you could get, you know, like adults could drink like different pops or
Dos
something.
Equis.
Chicken
You
hat
do
drink.
facts. But kids might get like the little hugs or like a Capri
yeah.
Sun or something simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thick Hawaiian punch even. Now I'm thinking about it.
Man, I used
That
to
don't
play
never
them.
get that don't never get cold. No matter
Ever,
how much
bro.
ice you put in it. So I'm just wondering, man, did you guys have any like family traditions like that, like with cookouts, like certain things you couldn't have, or you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro.
I would say, well, you know, every family be like, get out grown folks' business. You know what? Just go outside. Just
Every
go
time.
Find something to do. Get out my face.
Yeah.
So you just like, dang. So while everybody else is like listening and going outside, I find a way into the conversation. So that was my family tradition. It's like on holidays, all the kids in the kids' room or outside. I'm with
kids'
the
table.
adults. I'm in there with adults, eavesdropping, asking questions. I make a real insightful comment out of nowhere. They start talking to me. Then like 5 minutes later, they're like, Zach, why are you doing that? Get out.
talking about,
And I'm
yeah, that
just
was
like,
pretty good.
I'm like, you were enjoying the conversation before
Right.
you realized that
So
I
don't
was
catch
in
on
here.
now.
Everybody's
Let me
talking
stay.
right. You just sprinkle in indubitably. They're like, yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
See, I feel you, right?
This guy's smart,
This
man.
kid's on to something.
He said that's where the
Right.
indeed came from. He was in the conversation. Indeed.
Yeah, so my family, it was just more so like the
Quite,
separation
quite.
between adults and kids. It's like if you under 20, I ain't even gonna say 18. You under 20, you ain't kicking it with the 45 plus club. Like you gotta go be with the kids. Even if you the sole one and all your cousins younger than you, hey, get up in there.
Right.
Dang. Now you the
I feel
entertainment.
Go ahead and do that little dance.
Man, they playing yo.
Do that
game
little
system.
crank that dance they be doing.
Right.
You just
There wasn't enough young, like, I don't know. Like, I'm for sure one of the youngest out of my, like, extended family. I have one cousin that I am, like, a week older, maybe 2 weeks older than.
Oh wow.
And
Oh,
that's about it, like, in terms of being older than people. Now it's different because obviously, like, my older cousins have babies or whatever, and so it's whatever. But yeah, growing up, I was pretty young, so like I kind of had to be in the mix a lot.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That's why you so mature now.
could be, or it could be why I don't like kids. But no. I like some kids.
This song.
Just some the good ones.
I want to say
The cool one.
for me, mine's probably similar to yours, Zach, but it wasn't like, or I'll just say, one side of the family will be like, yeah, this is grown folks talk. Other side of the family will be like, oh, for sure, come in. But also that side would be loud enough anyway that no matter
wow.
what room you are in that house,
You just gonna know what they was talking about.
absolutely, bro, absolutely. And are we talking about like just traditions or like food specifically?
They can be
Traditions.
either one. Traditions or even food stuff too.
I got a food one. And 4th of July, like you said, coming up, and I'm expecting to see some form of a like excruciatingly chocolate cake.
It's always a chocolate
Always,
cake,
bro. Always. And you, like so chocolate that you're like, I need some milk after
and
this.
bro, and it's always left at the end of the day. And someone's like, somebody got to take some pieces of this cake home.
Forcing it
absolutely.
on you, bro, and I'm
Like,
so
I don't
mad
want
because I only
this,
came for
bro.
the ice cream. I don't want no cake.
I came for the Neapolitan, bro.
I'm saying.
You ever notice how like chocolate cake has gotten like the more chocolatey it gets, the more violent or like extreme the name is. It'll be like molten lava,
Death by chocolate.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Man.
like, bro,
Or have you
ease up.
You relax. Devil's food cake.
That's
You
what I'm
like,
saying. Calm down,
like,
bro.
This cake is
They're talking about
blasphemous, bro.
dirty, dark, dirty earthquake.
like,
No,
whoa,
no, what they really want to call
Who
it.
are you selling this to?
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh-wee. Nah, especially when you get into them German cakes and you just like people already regard.
They're like, let's not even call it German cake. Let's like use an actual German word.
Exactly.
Like,
You just be like, I'm
you
sorry,
Deutsch,
it sounds like
Deutsch
this, but
Monarchin cake. Like, bro, I don't want that.
I don't know.
That sounds dangerous.
It's not dangerous. What's in this cake, bro? It's got to be more than chocolate, bro.
That's what I'm
right.
saying.
Especially if you're hearing that as a kid, you're like, I want the vanilla ice cream. That's it.
Oh, my
I'm straight on
God.
that.
Shout out to Neapolitan. I heard you shout that out earlier.
Yeah,
Neapolitan. Yeah, as a girl, like child, I'm like, I get multiple. Oh, you didn't like the Neapolitan?
I'm not big on ice cream, bro.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Be real with
You always haven't been, or you're not now.
I'm not now.
I love me
I
some
used
ice
to be.
When you were, what was your favorite?
Ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Cookie dough's the only right answer, so you already failed.
I was literally about to say something about
I don't think I've
cookie
ever
dough.
had cookie dough ice cream.
You
Truthfully.
Man, shout
I'm
out
not
to
capping, I'm
hey,
being
shout
for
out to
real.
my
Hey, tune in next week. Troy tries cookie dough ice cream for the first
Hey,
time.
man. Shout out to my cousin Derek, bro. He last family function, he was like, "Why don't we have cookie dough ice cream? We always have Neapolitan." Loves
Man.
he's loved cookie dough since we were like kids, bro. But my mom was like, "Why would we have cookie dough? Not everybody wants that." He's like, "Well, I want that." So
everybody don't want
Come on,
Neapolitan.
am I not
though.
family anymore?
exactly, bro.
Facts. Or it would always be some what's the pecan?
Butter
Butter
pecan.
pecan.
Oh my
Butter pecan
freaking
gas,
God,
though.
Butter
bro.
pecan is
Nah,
good.
bro.
Hey, it grow
You don't
on you,
like
bro.
it?
It's in every
Oh.
house ever.
Get some more hair in your
Every
chest,
house.
man. You gonna like that
Butter
butter
It's so
pecan.
pecan.
cold
bro.
that butter pecan has on
It's
our
just
people.
okay, bro.
It's
It ain't that
it's
Let us
everything.
go.
No cap, butter pecan reminds me of like my first job working at a retirement home because they for sure.
Man,
I'm sure
they,
that was
used to love
had
butter
it
pecan,
everywhere,
bro.
On God.
We
Yeah,
we didn't have enough of that butter pecan, bro. So it'd be like, yeah, you guys got butter pecan. I'm like, we just ran out. They,
the whole day ruined.
I don't know, man.
They're like,
They go to sleep instantly. Talk about, well, there's no other reason to be awake, I guess.
Just slow, man.
That's the only reason why I came out the
But
room.
I want to say, like, the issue is that I also don't just eat. I'm never just in the mood for ice cream. If I do have ice cream, it's with something else. So my favorite ice cream kind of combination here is I love apple pie
I do like
with
apple pie.
vanilla ice
Vanilla
cream,
ice cream.
and you put some brown sugar on it too. Or no, not brown sugar, cinnamon.
Fruit should not
Cinnamon.
be
But like
cooked.
not enough for you doing the cinnamon challenge, obviously. But that, ooh,
I wish
smacker.
that's great. I wish it could save you from not liking cookie dough ice cream or not.
I
trying
wish
it.
it
I
could
never
say
had it. No, it's
I
not.
wish-
not
but you
like
close.
I wish we could
Right.
segue away from that, but we
Right.
can't, bro. You know I can't do that.
So you still are not in the clear, bro.
You the reason that I started buying. Did you buy Marie Callender like apple pies?
Marie Callender.
I think I just seen you cook an apple pie like senior year or junior year when we was living together, and after
I
that
don't
I
think it was
started
for
buying.
me. I'll be honest with you.
Somebody had them, and I started buying them from the store. I'm like,
No, I remember this.
That's
I think
kinda good.
I think we didn't. Whatever it was for. It was for something. I want to say, and we did end up not eating it. And you're like, "Hey, bro, you want that pie?"
oh me.
I think I remember that.
You gonna eat that?
You
gonna eat that?
You gonna finish that?
And we were living in Hillcrest, so we just had the means to just be baking stuff anyway. Low-key.
True. I guess as far as me, definitely, I'm a big like as far as barbecue like ribs fan. Shout out to the ribs, man. But you know, anybody in a black family know that's sectioned off. You know what I'm saying? My uncle makes it like special. Yeah, you might get like
What you doing, nephew?
you might get
Exactly.
one rib, bro. And I'm sitting there
And
like
it's the skinny one.
it's the smallest one, bro.
Oh God, bro.
You can only use your front teeth
Yeah.
to get the meat off the
Sink your
bone.
teeth in it.
You can't even, bro. Definitely,
Come on, can I get some sauce?
literally.
No,
bro.
you just have to dry rub, nephew.
couldn't even get the sauce, bro. And definitely couldn't have pop either, bro. Like Pepsi and stuff, like, could not have that at the crib because my grandmother she'd be like, nah, you guys can't have that caffeine. Tell me y'all kids, y'all should have that.
So
That
give me some
natural
Sprite.
energy, exactly.
You know what?
We could have like a Sprite or something, but I think like Pepsi specifically was
Yeah.
like something like they were like, nah, we can't.
crazy. That's the only time of the year that we got pop in the house, and they are going nuts. They going to,
Yeah.
they got the special K brand,
Facts.
7 of them. Root beer,
Yes, sir,
orange,
bro.
Big K, bro.
Sprite,
Big
the
K.
Sprite knockoff, like
Lemon lime soda.
red,
Lemon lime,
yeah, like going
lemon
nuts.
lime drink.
We in there, we drinking them pops for like a month. After that, you don't want them pop for the rest of the year. You just like, man,
Facts.
why y'all get so many cases? It was only 14 people at the gather.
And low key, that was probably like one of my favorite things about
Gatherings.
Yeah,
Leftovers?
but more specifically like barbecue kind of gatherings.
Yeah.
Because it just be like we got food forever, bro.
And that's the only leftovers that still be hidden.
Yes,
like that.
Man.
yes.
Man,
Thanksgiving, you'd be like turkey
After
again,
oh
bro.
yeah, after
I
like
can't
a day
eat
or two,
another
you like,
turkey sandwich. I can't do it.
My mama get creative, bro. She started making like
Turkey salad, the turkey.
I
even the
all
mac
that,
and
bro.
cheese
Talk
be
about
looking
you
crazy
made turkey
to you.
bacon. How did you make this? How did you figure this out?
You are
Press
a
up the
genius.
turkey
Right.
into a bacon. Like what?
You was serious. So you go eat this turkey, man.
Oh my god!
But also, I have a confession too.
Oh boy.
Since we're talking about gatherings, when I was a kid, I didn't realize that different drinks, more specifically like diet drinks, are for specific reasons. And I always thought as a kid, like, man, they got all these diet drinks. Don't nobody want to drink that, and they just got it because they knew we would drink a lot of pop. Like the kids would drink a lot of pop around that time. So all the time I'm walking around, I'm like, man, let me get some of this diet. Let me just try it. And I'm just like, man, this ain't even nothing. But I used to, as a kid, I always used to think like, oh, y'all just do this just because y'all don't want kids to have it. All right, bet.
Wow.
I'm gonna drink it anyway.
I'll remember that.
Old time great aunt got diabetes and
Exactly, bro.
And
I'm
you
just
just drank
like-
all her diet coke.
right, just to prove a point.
She's like,
Man.
thanks, Troy.
Right,
You
I'm
wanna
just-
act
I'm
thirsty.
going crazy just because you can't have
Come on,
none.
now I need extra insulin.
Exactly. She's talking about somebody get my somebody
My
get my
EpiPen.
pen. Somebody get my pen, please. Troy.
Exactly.
My
So I
fault.
could drink was freaking Mountain Dew. Then somebody wanted to drink all the diet Dr. Pepper. All right, I see.
She's
Headache and
Sitting there
everything.
like, I
got a
gotta-
migraine coming
It
on.
hurt.
Make a decision.
Where the ibuprofen
it
at?
hurt.
My everybody on Twitter, like now that we kind of in that season of Juneteenth, 4th of July and stuff
Yeah.
like that, cookout season, a lot of people have been putting on their story, which I think is very valid. Like, who is going to like take on the next generation of these like barbecuing or just any of those like social gathering trends and stuff like that? Because a lot of us haven't really put in any of the work
Man.
to do any of those things. So now we are just sitting here hovering around 25, and then all of the 50-year-olds kind of like, I don't feel like doing this no more.
This is a great
So,
point.
Yeah, so who is finna
Somebody has
step
to
up in
step
the
up
next
and
4
take the
years and be
mantle.
like, look, we gonna keep this going,
The
or
older
just cookouts gonna
generation
die?
needs to pass down the sandals.
They've been trying to pass it down. I don't know too many
To
people trying
who?
to pick it up.
I feel like nah. I mean,
I'm kind of agreeing with Ben here.
I just
low-key.
feel like no one's really like taking the initiative from the like
To-
generation
asking.
above us. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be asking, bro.
I have been asking recently. I'm like, man, I got to get on the grill, man.
It make you think like what were our parents doing when they were like younger?
That's
like,
what it's
with
like.
their-
At what point
with their
did you
grand-
actually begin to like
Do
this?
step into that role?
I'm gonna ask my mom this.
Because maybe
All
that's
the
it.
time
Maybe
they've been
we all
faking
just
it.
think that now is supposed to be the time.
No way.
But maybe like no one even starts doing that until like they have their own family and they're like 30 or something.
Facts.
Let them tell it though. They gonna be like, man, I was cleaning up the whole house
That's what
and
I'm
having
saying.
dinner
Right.
cooked by
Come on.
12.
I was
Flipping
on the
it
grill
in
at
the
14.
womb.
We was grilling all day.
They love
for everybody.
exaggerating, bro.
Exactly.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna do the same thing. We sitting here talking. They gonna listen to the podcast. My kids gonna listen to the podcast.
You're a
knowing I was
liar, Dad.
capping. I was like, I was lying back then, son. How about that?
About that.
Go to your room.
Go to your room.
Nah, by then I'm gonna be like, nah, I'll show you. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna go on your virtual reality device in your room.
Wow.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just feel like
Exactly.
that's.
Y'all even
I don't
got
know.
meat.
I never had the
Bro,
opportunity to
facts.
learn, but
Have
it's
you,
not.
Have
like,
you made the time?
Have I made the time?
When there was a
I've
cookout,
asked.
have you
Yes.
come 2 hours early, 3 hours early to it?
I'm on record. I'm saying yes.
I
You
will
will
also
go.
say.
I haven't.
Come 2 to 3 hours.
I'm a
before.
big talker.
Now I'm really thinking
Dang.
like, was my
I'll
family
admit.
doing all that?
I'm just
I'm
telling.
saying.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't really do a lot of that. So
Cookout kind of
yeah,
stuff. Okay.
we generally don't do. I've family reunions and all that kind of stuff.
Nah.
Yeah, and I don't feel like getting too deep
unfortunately.
into all that. But yeah, no, we don't have too many opportunities to just like go to something. So,
But you want to learn.
yeah.
So look.
But I'm sure I could just YouTube University it or something.
I'm just saying before
Facts.
before
I'll
it's
learn from
time,
Chef Ramsay himself.
I gotta get that black eyed
The best in
peas
the
off
business.
you. I gotta get that gumbo off you. I gotta get
Oh, I can make some gumbo.
all that we normally make. I need all that,
Fact.
and I'm gonna write it down too. Loki, that may be what I do for the generation behind me. Be like, hey, you want to learn? I'll show you how to do it, but here's the stuff you need. At least give you a basis.
The recipes and
But
stuff.
Loki, that might be how they start messing it up. Like, yeah, I'm making Dad's world famous.
Start
fried
taking
chicken.
liberties.
Exactly. I'll be like, no, that's wrong.
Try to remix it.
Man, I'm gonna put a little
looking-
bit of sugar in here.
He's like,
Right?
I don't know.
No, no.
I'm like, no.
So I marinate the
It was
chicken
salt.
in
It
vanilla
was salt.
extract.
Right. Oh man.
Talking about you just saw the S and just went with it. You didn't even read past
Low
it.
key, because I've ran into that actually a couple times where I'm making cinnamon rolls with my girlfriend, and she's making it from some recipe she's had in her family or whatever. But it's like it starts with an S. You cannot read the rest of that word, and we're just like, let's make a couple and see. Let's make a
It's in
couple and see how
cursive?
far we can get. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people still like,
Or just chicken scratch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
still-
frick, what are y'all gonna do? Because I'm not eating it. I'm kidding, but yeah, we had a couple of
That's funny.
run-ins where it's like, yeah, we should not have put salt in
Talking
at all.
about
Throw the whole
you
batch out.
Man,
ask the family what the recipe is. Like, that's a G.
Oh,
like, nah,
man.
bro. I thought that was LT on
that's
that.
when you find out who can and cannot read for real.
Who?
I'm just saying, you'd be like, that don't say that. I know.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. You want freaking, I can't even think of a spice right now. You want that in this? No, you're wrong.
Man, but
You
you
got
know,
cayenne pepper instead of cinnamon.
oh
Dear
my
God,
god,
that's what I'm saying.
that is a
Exactly.
crucial
That's
mistake.
gross.
Vicious.
Hey,
And they're fighting for your life, fighting for your taste
Exactly.
buds, really. Ooh, wee.
That's a challenge for sure.
Yeah, I would not want to try that.
But you know what isn't challenging?
What's
What?
not challenging, bro?
What's something that's just super, super simple? Easier than beating up a firefighter.
I got a guess.
What's your guess?
I think you should tell me and I'll tell you if I was right.
Is this how we really gonna play this?
I think so. It's a showdown.
This is like we was in Cleveland, bro. You can't think too hard.
can't look too hard.
I'm a whisper and watch.
All right.
He don't know it.
Yeah, that sounded about right.
Sound like the right answer to me. Hold on, let me see.
All right.
I will say it. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
2,
1. Like,
comment,
share, subscribe.
Yep.
Wait, you said
There I
like,
go.
comment? Yeah.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
So yeah, basically do all that. You know, if you're listening,
Help
if
us
you
out.
made it this far, whether you're watching it, obviously subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening, you can also take the time to leave whatever that you device or whatever you're using to listen and move over to YouTube. If you want to just stay right here, feel free to rate, review, all that kind of jazz, and most importantly, share with people, man. Get the
Please.
word out.
That's the biggest thing.
You know,
like,
we got clips
absolutely.
going, and then also come to our events. I know y'all saw that last video that
I
we
know
just
y'all
put
was
out,
sick.
man.
Y'all wasn't there.
Man,
like,
Beach
oh,
Day was
man.
great.
It was
That
a
was
great
one thing.
day.
I was
It
very
was a
happy
great
that it was a
day.
great day because we had already talked about it on the last episode. So
It turned out to be good.
That's
It
what I'm
was
saying.
good, bro. Hey.
So now we can revisit and be like, yeah, see, we were right the whole time. It was a good
We
event.
knew.
We had a great time at the beach. It didn't rain, none of that. So
Don't be one of them. Oh man, I didn't even know what's coming up. Well, why weren't you on the page then?
Literally.
why didn't you
Exactly.
look? I
you
saw 'em
listen,
there.
yeah, that's
I
what,
posted
like,
it.
We mention it enough here, so you should be looking out on our socials from that
Goofy.
point. And then on top of that, we posted multiple times.
Bam.
We posted what, every other day that
Every
whole
other
week?
day.
Yeah,
Across
so
we got a
4 to 6 pages.
part-time meteorologist on the team.
man, yeah, I was
Exactly,
checking.
bro.
I was checking like 4 different weather sites on the daily. Like I was like, hey, we gotta make sure there's no rain. folks.
That one time we was out there with the moon and stuff like that. We was out there making
yeah,
skylines, and
sundials, all
looking
that.
at the constellations.
Yeah,
Make
We
sure it's
knew.
right.
we made it happen. So yeah, just stay tuned to everything. Of course, we appreciate all the support up until this point, but you could probably be doing more. Let's be honest. Let's be frank right now. Let's be blunt.
Let's be real.
I don't
man
know.
is
I
relentless.
feel the support. I feel the support, but you could probably do a little bit more. So why don't you just take that extra step?
We just hold
know,
you to a higher
and show that
standard.
love.
We just believe in you so much that
That's
we
what I'm
just
saying.
gonna continue.
We
to
want to
push you.
see you reach your full potential.
And here's the thing: the more y'all get involved, the more y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that yada yada. Who you know what I'm saying? We do live streams. You know what I'm saying? We can get some of your topics. You can impact the show in your own way. I'm just saying.
I'm saying, tell us what you want to
It's a
see.
community.
Sounds like a win-win.
Yeah.
Sounds like a win-win to me.
Win.
As G Herbo said, it get greater later.
I don't know if he actually said that, but I'll
did.
take his word for it. All right. Well, they do.
Somebody cannot confirm that.
I'm saying.
But yeah, this has been a great episode of the Wholesome House Podcast. This is Benjamin Lane signing out.
This is March. Stay away from fires, please.
Oh, Wavy J, man. Got the water to put them out.
Hey, there you
Breeze,
go.
I'm ending off with a Troy quotable.
All right, what you got?
It's not a Troy quote, but Troy B quote and stuff at the end. I say, if you ever having a hard day, you know, life boxing you,
Yeah.
show them you got a hard chin, man. Keep your head up.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Crimson Chins out here.
No glass chins out here, man.
no glass chins. But with that, we out. Thank y'all again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.